I grew up here. I learned about life here. I milked cows in this farm. I baled hay and planted and harvested in these fields. This is the place that made me who I am. And places like this are treated by the people who run things at the state capitol as if they don't even exist. Places like this have been forgotten and ignored. The people in places like this don't have lobbyists working for them at the Capitol. They don't host $1,000 a plate fundraising dinners. People here have the common sense to know that there's no plate of food worth $1,000. And so people at the Capitol who run things act like these folks aren't even here. We're close to 200 miles from the state capitol, but it might as well be 1,000,000. Because so many folks here just feel like their interests are being ignored, their needs are forgotten, and that's why I'm running for governor, is we have got to have a government that works for all of us, not just a wealthy and well-connected and privileged few. We've got to have a government that works for all of us, no matter where you live in the state of Wisconsin. Wisconsin is up to its eyeballs in problems. But those problems, all of them, grow out of inequality. They grow out of political and economic inequality. Our society is being made more and more elitist all the time, and we're being divided as a people into royals and commoners. And so I'm running for governor for one reason and one reason only, and that's to make our government work as well for the commoners as it does for the royals of our society. Now, there's going to be an awful lot of talk about what ails Wisconsin nowadays. And everybody you talk to, anywhere you go, people are worried about the future of our state. People are on edge about what's happening to Wisconsin. This place that I have called home my whole life is in trouble. Wisconsin has lost its way and is slowly but surely becoming a shadow of its former self. Now, this is a place that was known for years as a beacon of clean and open and honest government, and we have watched corruption seep into our political system and poison our political culture. Wisconsin used to be an industrial powerhouse. Now we lead the nation in shrinkage of the middle class. And we are dead last in the nation in new business startups, 3 years running. This is a state that was known for clean air and clean water. And you go to places in Wisconsin and there are people who are afraid to drink what comes out of their own water faucet. We've got lakes and streams drying up in places in Wisconsin. And we're watching people who are looking at this state that they've called home, and they're having a harder and harder time recognizing it as the place where they grew up. I'm having a harder and harder time recognizing Wisconsin as the place where I grew up. And so we have got to have a different kind of leadership. We have got to have a new kind of politics. Wisconsin is watching its schools slip toward mediocrity. We're 49th in the nation in internet speed. We can't have an economy that is as successful as it needs to be when we're 49th in the country in internet speed. We have so many people who can't afford to go to the doctor when they're sick. We have got to get our state on the path to health care for all. There are so many challenges facing our state, and we're only going to become the state that we're capable of being if we have a different kind of leadership and a new kind of politics. A government that actually works for all of us and not simply a wealthy and well-connected and privileged few.